Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're actually going to be doing a bit of a Dior haul, and I've got some Dior Beauty and then I have a Dior handbag and a couple Dior accessories. But before I dive into today's video, if you are new to my channel, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button below and also the bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. I upload every weekend and then I might occasionally have a midweek upload as well. I talk all about luxury, I talk all about fashion, I do investigative deep dives into fashion brands as well. So there is definitely a mixture of content on my channel and hopefully you'll stick around and watch some other stuff. But yeah, let's get into today's Dior haul. I'm definitely vibing with Dior lately. I think you know what, actually, I do think that they have great customer service, and I think that's pretty well known anyway, that Dior has really great customer service, and that's becoming more and more scarce with these luxury brands now, which is absolutely disappointing. It's disgraceful actually, but Dior seems to maintain a pretty high level of customer service. But the other thing is that, you know what, I have not dug up anything on LVMH that is really bad. The only thing that I have dug up is a little bit on like how Bernard Arnault acquired LVMH, and if you guys want me to do a video about that, I'm happy to do one. But there are definitely some other videos already on YouTube that do talk about it, but I'm happy to kind of do my own spin and my opinion on it. But so far I haven't dug up anything on LVMH that is really ridiculously awful. I'm okay with buying Dior, I'm okay with buying Louis Vuitton, same as Chanel and Hermes. I haven't dug up anything yet, but to be completely honest, I haven't done a real heck of a deep dive into either of those brands. But so far with Louis Vuitton, I have kind of started to dive into it, and they're okay so far, okay? In my opinion, I think that they're okay. I always do my best to kind of link the best pricing as well. So if it's like the bag I'm revealing, if it's pre-loved, if I can find one that's pre-loved for less, I will always do that, especially with Dior, because they don't hold their value, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But for these ones, these are Dior Beauty items, so I'll have these linked down below in the description bar. Of course, it's going to be best to just go ahead and buy it from Dior Beauty online, from any of the retailers that kind of stock Dior Beauty. All right, so let's open this one up. I did ask them to use the packaging of from Christmas if they did still have it left over, and they did, thankfully, because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I do love how Dior does their star, which is representative of Christian Dior, because he was really very much into like his astrology and that sort of thing. Dior always has amazing packaging too for their Dior Beauty products. Okay, so I've got a few items in here. Most of these are actually, giving a quick look to it, yeah, I think they're all kind of like classic items. There is maybe just one perhaps that's a like a limited edition piece. Yeah, I think it's this one. So we'll start off with this one here. I won't do like the full-on details with the unboxings of everything. I'll just kind of fast forward for the most part of them. So this is the nail polish that was from the holiday collection. It's called Cosmic, and it's actually like a kind of a glittery top. It's actually a glittery top coat, but it's got a bit of a duochrome kind of shift to it. This is the Dior Addict Shine lipstick. It's the casing for it, but you can actually buy different casing for this range, the Dior Addict Shine. This is the shade 418 Beige Oblique, and it's a neutral shade. This is actually the refill that you can use with that casing, and this is 100 Nude Look. The refill is actually cheaper than buying like the actual lipstick on its own. You need the case in order to buy the refill. This is the Dior Onset Brow Gel. This is just a basic clear brow gel. I always keep an extra one as a backup, so this is actually going to be my backup one. This is the Lip Sugar Scrub. So I actually already have one of these that I'm using at the moment. This is just going to be a backup for it. But you kind of do go through them kind of quickly because they're, you can see it's kind of like a bit rough on the end there. So I would use this kind of every second day, but it's definitely nourishing as well. And in terms of being like a lip scrub, it does work as a lip scrub, but it's more on that gentle side. Like I wouldn't say it really scrubs your lips all that much. This is the Face and Body Powder. This is in the shade 2N. I love the embossing that Dior does. Okay, so this one I'm not going to take out. This is actually a Skin Glow Forever cushion, but this is just the refill on its own. It's in the shade 2N, so I already have one that's in rotation with like the cushion that says Christian Dior with the Riviera stripes. So if you already have the cushion, you can just kind of just keep refilling it. You take the cushion out, you just take the compact, you just take that little cushion part out, and then you can change it over once it's all empty, like once it's all finished. So it's pretty good for in terms of like being, you know, more sustainable, the packaging. And the last one in this box is super popular on TikTok actually. Everybody raves about this blush, so I thought I'd finally give it a go. This is the DIOR Backstage Rosy Glow blush. Now apparently this blush, even though it looks super pink and neon, it's meant to be used with like bare skin, like pretty much like no makeup kind of makeup looks, and it gives you that natural kind of flushed look. So I'm really keen to try this out. This has been raved about a lot on social media. And then the other DIOR Beauty box, I can't remember what's inside this one. I'm sure that they're kind of just like essential sort of items. Like most of those that were there, they're really just reoccurring kind of makeup items. Okay, so this one actually, this is from the DIOR Mitzah collection. So I actually already unboxed this on my Instagram and I showed you guys what it is that I got. She's included the star, which is cute. I love when they give the star. I love collecting these stars because I use them on my Christmas tree at Christmas time. So yeah, this is from the Mitzah collection. I was actually a little bit disappointed with the kind of packaging that we got here in Australia, because I believe it's in the US, you actually got the special leopard print casing for the lipstick as far as I could see based on like social media, and I think even in Asia they got it. But here in Australia we got ripped off. So this is the Mitzah limited edition 253 Rose Feline lipstick, but you see how it's just the normal kind of lipstick. So I'm really annoyed about that. I was hoping that it would come with the special case, but it doesn't. And apparently on the actual Australian website as well, it does say that it's not included, so I should have paid more attention to that. But I just kind of thought maybe they just forgot to mention it. But yeah, I was pretty disappointed that Australia did not get the special leopard packaging for this. And the other one is the DIOR Forever Perfect Cushion. This cushion is beautiful, so I actually really prefer this than the other cushion I have. I got this in the matte version because I have the glow and then the matte, so I went with matte for this one because my other one is the glow version. DIOR Forever Compacts are really good for traveling, I reckon. I put them in my travel bag, and then if I don't have time to put makeup on before we actually go out, I'll just chuck it on in the car and I'll use one of these compacts. This is the last DIOR Beauty item from that Mitzah collection. No external special packaging, again, just plain blue. But this is the packaging for the leopard. So it's the DIOR Show 10 Couleurs eyeshadow palette, the 001 Mitzah edition. The back is just plain, the same as with the foundation compact. Oops, there goes the plastic. Okay, that's the shades there. So this is just an eyeshadow palette. To be completely honest, I'm not that wrapped in the color scheme. I think, yeah, it's a bit so-so. It's not usually up my alley kind of thing. The shades, they're fairly neutral. They look like they're coming off a little bit more pink on the camera, but they're not. They're definitely more muted. So I pretty much just bought this for the leopard. It's pretty much the reason I bought it. I was a sucker for that. I don't think that there's anything you can do to get this out though. And maybe you can. You might be able to pry it out with like a screwdriver once it's all finished, and maybe use this as like a bit of like a card holder or something like that, like a clutch maybe. Definitely not as versatile as like the Christmas ones that they do that seem like they could be more reusable. So I'm going to show you now the items I got from DIOR Fashion. Everything was not bought directly at store because I could save money buying outside of the store, so why not? These are both actually from Vestiaire Collective. They're shoes. They are actually both brand new as well, which is always good when you can buy at like a pre-loved price but get brand new shoes. So I got from Vestiaire, this is pretty common on Vestiaire actually. I will link a search result on Vestiaire for the Walk and Dior sneakers, because these are actually really common on Vestiaire. Like if you're thinking of getting these, you're pretty much guaranteed you're going to be able to get your size, because there's just so much available on the website, some being new, some being pre-loved. I was lucky enough that these ones are actually brand new shoes, so that's good. These are in a size 36, which is my true size. When I was in Sydney, I actually tried these on in a 35.5 and they were fine, but now that I've got them in a 36, these are actually perfect for me. But I think that's because with the heat here, it tends to be hot and humid pretty regularly actually. Even through winter, it's not that cold. So my feet kind of swell a bit, so I think that's why the 36 fits me really good now. Either that or they've changed how the sizing is, because the last time I tried on the Walk and Dior in Sydney was when my old Dior sales associate was working. It was maybe about 6 years ago when she used to work there, so it's been a long time since I'd actually even tried these on again. But yeah, these are the navy oblique ones. Fairly classic. beautiful detailing to them. They've got Christian Dior on the laces as well. Okay, and then these ones, a much lighter box because they are not sneakers. I picked up the D-Way sandals. These are in a rose gold, and these are also a very old sort of style of D-Way sandal. The reason I know is that I've gotten a few of these from my contacts in Europe, and I've kind of had them listed on my closet page, which is purseonfleek.closet. That's my Instagram. That's my Instagram closet page where I have any of the items that I have for sale or any items that I can actually get from Europe, that sort of thing. So these are, I actually remember these being around the time that I got my other Rose des Vents or Rose de Vents D-Way sandals, and it was probably around about, I think it was like 2020 or something. So these were around about then. So I don't know, whoever had these shoes have kind of just been sitting on them, never wore them, because they are new as well. But they're an old style. I remember these from years ago when they did the rose gold base and they had the gold trimming. I completely remember these. And one of the things I wanted to mention is that back before the D-Way, maybe about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago now, they tended to run a little bit big, or true to size. This is in my opinion. But now, so these actually are a 35 and a half. And they fit me just perfectly, just perfect. Like I could go a 36, but the 35 and a half fits just like, it's like edge to edge sort of thing. And that's because they made them a little bit wider before, I feel like. But now with the D-Way in the past kind of maybe year or so, the D-Way is very like narrow. It's kind of more like the Hermes Oran now. So just as a tip, it is actually better if you have skinny feet, you can get away with your true size with D-Way in any of the new current like recent styles. Like the ones that I might have on my closet page right now. You could take your true size if you have skinny feet, but if you have like say normal to wide feet, I would suggest going up half a size. You can even go up a full size if you've got wide feet, because they do run pretty narrow here. They do stretch out though, because the underside is a leather. Here is actually leather just underneath here, so they do stretch out eventually. Okay, now the last one, this is a handbag. So this one was from my contact in Europe, so I did actually reuse my box that was from Christmas because it didn't come with the box. From time to time I will put on my purseonfleek.closet page any bags that are being offered in Europe that are at a really good price and are brand new. So definitely, yeah, follow that Instagram page if you're not already, if you prefer to buy your handbags under the retail price like I do. If I can save money on it, then why not? Dior is probably the worst handbag brand in terms of holding value for something that is at that very top level. Like Dior is at the top. Oh, there goes my box. Dior is at the top level with Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Hermes. Well, actually Hermes is at the very top, you know, but they're at that level, but yet the Dior handbags just don't hold their value. They always lose thousands of dollars in the resale market. So I never buy Dior at retail price, like ever, anymore. I used to, but I pretty much don't anymore, except with the exception of the travel items, because they're usually pretty low cost, like they're under $2,000. So they tend to be okay. They of course don't hold their value, but you don't lose as much. Whereas their handbags will be like over $5,000. And say, for example, this bag I'm about to show you. Let me show you it and I'll tell you what the actual retail price is, but what the actual resale price is if you were to even buy this like pre-loved. So, maybe you could already tell by the shape. This is actually a new design from Dior. It's a new take on a classic. So, I got the Lady Dior D-Joy. Well, I think it's called the Lady D-Joy. Yeah, it's called, this is the Lady D-Joy Canage Rose de Vents monotone. I can't, it's single toned. I can't remember what they called it. It's like a monotone. I think it's a monotone. It's not a so black, it's a so rose de Vents, because it is all in rose de Vents. It's got no gold hardware, nothing like that, no contrasting hardware. It's all in monotone rose de Vents. It is actually made of a calf skin and it's canage, but it is the calf skin canage. The actual canage is all done via like a embossing or imprinting sort of technique, rather than being sewn and quilted like the traditional Lady Dior canage. They do the DJoy in the standard sort of lambskin canage. I didn't get to pick and choose what I wanted because if this is just the one that happened to be available, I went with this one because I love rosed events, and I actually had been already eyeing the Lady DJoy since it came out. I kind of thought that was cool. Like, that's a bit of a different take on the Lady Dior. I like that because I like the Lady Dior. Don't take my words the wrong way, just in case I added a Lady Dior again. But I find the Lady Dior in certain colors can look a bit old lady-like. Like the black and the gold is a bit too old lady-ish for me, even though it's so classic, so quintessential Princess Diana sort of thing. Personally, I find that I don't think it would suit me maybe. I think I'd rather like a vintage Chanel black and gold than a Dior black and gold Lady Dior. But whereas the DJoy, I feel like no matter what color you go for, no matter what size, no matter what leather, whether you go for the calfskin like this or the lambskin, whatever you choose, I feel like the DJoy is far more youthful, far more modern. It comes with 2 straps. So you've got a crossbody strap, which is adjustable. Again, all that monotone hardware. So yeah, crossbody as expected with the like lady kind of, I'm dropping everything. And then you've also got this cute little short strap, which makes it so cool and edgy. All right, so it's got this leather part here. It's not adjustable at all. And there's these little, like, let me show you. There's these little like D-rings just on the side that you attach the strap to, so they're inside the bag a little bit. The inside of the bag is also a suede, and then this top flap is magnetic, so it kind of magnetic connects like either side here and here. That's how it looks on the shoulder. Now, it's slightly kind of awkward. I think that it's probably best to just leave them hanging down, but I do like that it gives you more of that kind of youthful vibe, that short shoulder carry. It's different. It's not like, you know, the Lady Dior. You wouldn't have a short strap where you do that with the Lady Dior. And being that it's like a horizontal, like left to right sort of situation, it just looks more like youthful kind of thing. This is the medium size as well. I think they have a small and a micro or something like that now, I think. Otherwise, you've got the standard kind of strap anyways. The only thing is that it's not like with the Lady Dior how you would clip the strap either side to keep the handles up. I mean, you maybe could. Let me try it out. Let me see. Because I know that with the Lady Dior, you clip the strap like this on both sides, so that way you can make sure that you can keep the handles up. Okay, so you could actually do that. You could just wear it like that, so if you wanted to have the handles up, I suppose. I don't know. What do you reckon? What do you think? Would you wear it like that, or would you put the straps on the sides where I've already attached that short strap? What do you think? I'm going to wrap up this video quickly because I can see that my microphone is starting to go flat. I can see this red light. But what I wanted to say was that I'd be a bit worried about attaching the strap to these parts here, whereas like this side of the bag, it's hidden. So if this coating starts to scratch away or anything, you're not really going to notice it, like, or if it gets any scratches, you're not really going to notice it because it's hidden on the sides of the bag. But whereas here, if you got scratching on these, you would see it, like, would be more visible, more on your face, and it would probably annoy you. So I'd be a little bit more concerned about it, because any kind of scratching on that kind of monotone sort of coated hardware is going to be a bit nasty looking compared to like gold or silver. Like, it seems to look a little bit more natural, more aged, whereas this, I don't think it would look great if that started to get like scratching on it, this hardware here. So yeah, I'll have all the DIOR Beauty items linked down below, and then the link to Vestiaire Collective for following the walk in Dior. D-Ways, I would say probably just keep an eye on my Purseonfleek.closet Instagram page if you are looking for D-Ways, because they are something that I can more easily kind of get from Europe at a really good price. And then Dior bags, I mean, I will link some of these pre-loved because the retail price on this is $7,000 Australian, but I have seen this selling on Vestiaire Collective for like $5,000 Australian, $4,500 on fashionphile for like that same kind of price range as well. So it is far cheaper to just go ahead and buy this in that pre-loved market. But you never know, I might have one popped up, you know, on my closet page as well if something's being offered from consignment in Europe as well. So yeah, that is it. That's all I have to say. If you liked the items that I bought, or if you like this video, whatever, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.